So we'll have his evaluation right after. I explain that after. But our speaker number 2 is Pradeep, and the evaluator is Rushil. So, Rushil, what are the objectives of the speech?
Hello everyone. So Pradeep is working on CC number 4, how to say it. His objectives are select right words, sentence structure to communicate your ideas clearly, accurately and vividly. Use rhetorical devices to enhance and emphasize ideas. Eliminate jargon and unnecessary words and use correct grammar. The time for the speech will be 5 to 7 minutes.
Please help me welcome Pradeep.
I have two types of good friends. Friends who don't like running, and friends who love running and the only thing we talk about is running. The friends who don't like running ask me this question: why, Pradeep? Why do you have to put yourself through this exercise that doesn't seem possible? Why? Why do you have to put your mind through a task of will? Why run a marathon? I just take a pause and I answer them. Those are the exact reasons why I run a marathon. 26.2 miles teaches you a lot about life. It is physical. It is mental. At mile 1, 2, 3, I'm confident. But later miles, it forces me to walk. Isn't that what life is? Isn't this what we go through day in and day out? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. My topic of how to say it today is Cocktail 26.2. I'm going to walk you through the 26.2 miles of my favorite San Francisco marathon and the cocktail of emotions that goes along with it. Race day morning starts pretty early, 3 a.m. in the morning. I drive to San Francisco. The San Francisco welcomes me with this spectacular view of the Bay Bridge in the pre-dawn sky. Amazing view. As I walk to the ferry building, I see the sun peaks over the Treasure Island and fills the start line with color of light. It's an amazing view. I look around. There are different types of runners, but the race knows none of it. It will treat all the same. At the start line, I'm nervous. There's a butterfly in my stomach. But I don't want to think about the unpleasantness that will wait, but rather the pleasantness that will follow. The gun goes off, and I stop. At first mile, the mantra is, don't go too fast. I run through Fisherman's Wharf, and I can feel the waft of the sourdough bread from the Baldwin Bakery. If you hear pretty closely, you will hear the barking of the sea lions as well. At this time, I'm cool. As I get closer to Golden Gate Bridge, you can see the bridge is covered with fog, and the fog extends and over the hills behind it. It's an amazing view. As I get onto the bridge, the fog clears up, and I see the grand view of the iconic Golden Gate Bridge. It's a surreal experience. I want to take as much as possible, and I enjoy my run on the Golden Gate Bridge. Now I'm confident. My pace is on track. I can conquer the world at this moment. As I go off Golden Gate Bridge and I get into Golden Gate Park, I've been on the road for 2+ hours now. There are few runners who take a left turn and finish their half marathon. For me and my other runners have 13.1 miles more to go. If you have seen Golden Gate Park, it can make or break your race. The reason is about microclimate. The weather dipped down. I can feel the cool breeze through my shirt. I know I need to maintain my pace right now. I put on my music, and the mantra is maintain your pace, maintain your splits, don't be left behind. I get out of Golden Gate Park, and it opens up to Haight Street at mile 20. Now the sky clears up, and the simmering sun is right on top of me. At this moment, my legs are fatigued. I'm humbled, but resilient. I see the murals on Haight Street, but I know that the energy required for the next mile goes exponential. I want to save my energy. And I tell myself, the only way to get to the finish line sooner is to run fast. And I keep going. Once I reach mile 24, the wheel starts to break. Every ligament, every molecule, every muscle in my body is hurting. It's physically impossible even to take an extra step. And then the mind over body begins. The mind tells your body to take one step over the other. So now the mantra is keep moving. As I go past Giant Stadium, and at last I see the finish line. I'm so relieved to see it. I bite my teeth and take one burst of my last energy and sprint through the finish line, and I cross over it. The feeling of accomplishment is immense. This is one place where runners are celebrated. And at the end, the medal what you get is an icing to the cake. So as you can see, I've run 26.2 miles around 5 hours, and how my emotion. In the beginning, I was nervous. Then I was cool. Then I was confident. And then I was focused. Then I was tired. And later I was exhausted. But I still had the energy, and I mustered and crossed over the finish line with a sprint. Isn't this what we go through is day in and day out? We have difficulties. We go through a low corner and we come out, accomplishing it. This is the main reason why I run a marathon. I hope people here are convinced to take up this challenge. You learn a lot about life. If not, one thing I can guarantee you, you will have a speech topic for one of your CCs. Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters.